Nike just released a brand new commercial featuring Caitlin Clark and her new Kobe shoe that she released today. And I saw this commercial yesterday on social media. I thought it was so cool. There's a shot when she's in the locker room and she opens her eye and it like turns into what looks like a snake eye, but when you zoom in, it's actually the Kobe logo.
Remember when Nike's app crashed right at 10 a.m. and sneakerheads everywhere started mashing their screens like they were playing arcade games? That wasn't a tech malfunction. It was the Caitlin Clark effect exploding in real time. In just 60 seconds, 13,000 pairs of a Kobe-branded Player Edition vanished, turning checkout pages into digital gravestones and resale sites into flashing Vegas slot machines.
Heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand.
Meanwhile, just a few clicks away, Aya Wilson's carefully crafted signature collection sat untouched, like an RSVP nobody bothered to open. Welcome to Nike's biggest corporate U-turn in decades, a saga juicier than any summer blockbuster. For 2 straight years, Nike invested a fortune polishing Wilson's image. Custom logos, story-driven colorways, even commercials directed by Malia Obama, the full royal rollout. The mission was crystal clear: crown Aya as the next queen of women's hoops and watch the profits pour in. On paper, it was flawless. A 2-time MVP, Olympic gold medalist, and overflowing charisma, she had it all. But here's the catch. While Nike was busy scripting Wilson's hero's journey, Caitlin Clark was rewriting NCAA history one logo 3 at a time. Every deep shot lit up SportsCenter, every quote set Twitter on fire. She was, and still is, a walking highlight reel whose presence alone boosts TV ratings and triples merch sales. The market noticed. Nike didn't, at least not yet.
Nike finally delivers Caitlin Clark PE. Is this the first Caitlin Clark exclusive Nike commercial since she's entered the WNBA? I know she's made a cameo here, she's made a cameo there, she was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there, but is this our first official Caitlin Clark solo commercial since she has joined the WNBA?
Fast forward to draft night. Clark signs an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal, but still no signature sneaker. Instead, she's rocking modified Kobe 5s. No custom logo, no origin story, just raw performance. Yet those hand-me-downs were already outselling Wilson's tailor-made releases before they even hit shelves. It felt like watching a garage band outsell an arena headliner, except this band had an entire state singing backup. Iowa's economy spiked by $82 million during Clark's final college season alone.
But I just felt like across the board, this commercial was a 10 for 10. And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it.
Eventually, Nike flinched. They approved a limited edition Caitlin Clark x Kobe PE and teased it online for about 5 minutes before the internet exploded. When the launch dropped, the SNKRS app surrendered faster than you could say got him. Shoppers flooded social media with error screenshots while bots celebrated, and resale prices skyrocketed from $190 retail to over $600, faster than anyone could even refresh StockX.
Nike released the shoe this morning for $190. That was the going rate for the signature sneaker. Now, I'm here to tell you, as you guys can see right here on Google, just type in Caitlin Clark Kobe 5. StockX, currently right now, they're going for $345. On GOAT, they're going for $386. In Flight Club, you're looking at $375. Must mind you, these sneakers was just released a few hours ago. These sneakers were retail for $190. This is the Caitlin Clark.
Outside a Dallas Dick's Sporting Goods, fans camped overnight, because apparently, Black Friday now has a summer sequel called Clarkmoss. In contrast, Aya Wilson's latest drop? Still plenty in stock. The buzz? Lukewarm at best. Nike's clearance channel is humming like a leaf blower in October. And the numbers don't lie. 13,000 pairs sold out in 60 seconds, generating roughly $2.5 million before shipping labels were even printed. Within 2 hours, resale markup spiked between 100% and 220%. Google Trends showed Clark searches outpacing Wilson 8-1 that morning. On social media, hashtag Clark Kobe dominated globally, outshining Wilson's hashtag by a 12x margin. Simply put, Caitlyn didn't just sell sneakers, she bent the entire digital economy around her. Let's be clear, Wilson is an all-time great, but sneaker culture runs on the holy trinity: storytelling, scarcity, and undeniable star power. Nike nailed the first two for Aya, heartfelt storytelling and limited releases, but the consumer never felt the magnetic pull. Her line came off more like a sentimental family scrapbook you could lace up than a must-have style statement. Clark, meanwhile, radiates effortless hype. She doesn't chase the spotlight, it naturally follows her. She doesn't need marketing teams or slogan think tanks. Just give her a ball and a three-point line 30 feet out, and she'll handle the promo herself. That authenticity connects far beyond basketball diehards. Middle school kids, weekend players, even uncles still bragging about their almost D1 days, all see a piece of themselves in Clark's fearless game. She bridges generations the way early 90s Jordan once did, no memo required. And that's where things start to heat up. Wilson has often spoken up for more respect, sometimes rightly, sometimes passionately. She's mentioned double standards, media bias, and questioned why her achievements don't bring the same spotlight.
I lost all respect for Agent Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time?
So when Nike pivoted toward Clark, Wilson's camp saw it as corporate betrayal. But from a business lens, Nike had been bleeding potential profits by not backing the most magnetic athlete women's sports has seen in decades, maybe ever. Add to that the rumors of Wilson quietly signing a new Nike extension while publicly critiquing Clark's privilege, and social media detonated. Fans drew battle lines. Hashtags turned into trenches. And Nike's brand managers suddenly found themselves refereeing a culture clash they never meant to start.
And all this was done while the shoes being developed, while the collections being done. To demonize Caitlin Clark and try to label her as a privileged white girl that's getting all the privileges, even though she earned everything she got. This ain't about color. This is about good and bad. And I find this a little evil. I find this evil. This is beyond bad, because you had the ability to speak up and say, hey, everybody, relax. Don't get on Caitlin Clark. She got a shoe deal. That's cool. I got one too. Mine's taking a little bit, but it's going to come out. Just be patient. She could have came out and said that, but she didn't.
Then came the commercial. The locker room lights flicker. Clark's eyes snap open. Kobe's logo gleams like a serpent's pupil. Boom, 30 seconds of pure cinematic swagger. No monologue. No moral lesson. Just raw performance and quiet promise. Within hours, it hit millions of views. Sneaker blogs rated it a flawless 10 out of 10. Ad execs called it long overdue. And kids? They just called it fire. To Nike's credit, the brand finally seemed to understand the mission. Don't manufacture the phenomenon, just feed it. Still, the timing highlighted how many quarters they wasted trying to spark hype elsewhere. The market had to drag the swoosh, kicking and screaming, toward the obvious truth.
I find it's very deplorable to me. I find it's very deplorable that you allow Caitlin Clark to get crapped on that whole entire time and even speak up. And on top of that, Nike's a bunch of a-holes too, because they didn't speak up and defend Caitlin Clark or speak up and say, hey, we got Agent Shoe coming. Just gotta be patient. Caitlin Clark's gonna get hers too. I don't understand the tactics here. All you're causing controversy that didn't have to be there. You're calling division where it didn't have to be there. You're calling racial, issues where it didn't have to be there.
Some accused the debate of turning racial when it didn't need to. But let's zoom out. Clark's rookie season has been an economic and cultural earthquake. Road games sell out arenas that barely hit half capacity last year. TV ratings spike over 200% when her name's on the schedule. Bars in opposing cities host Clark watch parties. That's the difference between stats and story. Wilson's resume shines, MVPs, titles, gold medals, but Clark's narrative grows bigger every 48 minutes she steps on the floor.
So it's finally here. Caitlin Clark sneakers from Nike is finally dropping. She was signed to them last year, and the sneakers is a year late in my opinion, but nonetheless I'm excited because these sneakers is finally coming out. But what does annoy me a little bit is that this is a collaboration with Kobe. Now, Kobe, respect to Kobe, legend, rest in peace, great basketball player. But in my opinion, Caitlin Clark is a big enough star and she's creating her own legacy. So I feel like, at least for her first sneaker, it shouldn't be a collaboration with any other player, dead or alive, in my opinion. I feel like Caitlin should have, for her first shoe, had her own original design just for her. No
brands thrive on emotional equity, that spark you feel when you lace up greatness. Caitlin Clark turns that emotion into sales at a pace unseen since Jordan's 90s reign. Aya Wilson's line, by comparison, connects with a niche audience that values representation. Meaningful, yes, but not nearly as scalable. Sources claim former Nike basketball marketing head Jordan Rodgers openly criticized the company for sleeping on Clark while stock prices sank to a 5-year low. Imagine watching your options evaporate as the biggest game changer in women's sports sits underused on your own roster.
Sources say former Nike basketball marketing lead Jordan Rodgers publicly lambasted the company for sleeping on Clark while share prices slid to a 5-year low.
It's like striking oil in your backyard but choosing to water the grass instead. Now, Nike reportedly uses Clark-driven server crashes as performance metrics, KPIs built on chaos. Translation: make sure we don't melt the internet when her signature sneaker finally drops. This pivot serves as both an admission of past mistakes and a bet that Clark's ceiling reaches skyscraper heights. Naturally, Wilson isn't thrilled. She's tweeted cryptic lines about respect, amplified commentary framing Clark as privileged, and watched as public opinion shifted sideways. The backlash even painted Nike as complicit in deepening division through silence. In an alternate timeline, a single press release, "Both athletes have signature shoes coming soon," could have calmed the storm. Instead, the vacuum filled with social media wildfire. So what happens to Wilson's line now? It'll still sell, to loyal Aces fans, collectors, and those who support her cause, but the mainstream tide has already chosen its wave. Wilson's best move might be embracing what truly defines her: defense, leadership, charisma. She doesn't need to chase Clark's runaway train. Carving her own lane may prove far more powerful. Because authenticity always outsells algorithms. You can A/B test 1,000 taglines, but if the athlete's energy feels forced, the crowd knows. Scarcity still rules the game. One limited drop that crashes servers beats 6 lukewarm releases that linger in stock. Conversation drives culture, not campaigns. Clark's brand expands every time a kid mimics her logo 3 in the driveway. That kind of magic can't be storyboarded. The key? Be early, not perfect. Nike waited for the perfect rollout, and nearly missed the wildfire. In the viral era, speed trumps polish. Insiders whisper that Nike is already fast-tracking Clark's first true signature line, a brand new silhouette, her own spoke logo, and a women's-specific fit. If the player edition sold out in 60 seconds, imagine the holiday chaos when the Clark 1 hits shelves in full family sizing. Expect a larger run, maybe 100,000 to 150,000 pairs, but still limited enough to keep resellers hungry. International drops are next. Asia and Europe both adore Kobe retros, and Clark's collaboration gives them new life. Wilson's upcoming colorways will test if revised narratives can reignite excitement. Expect community pop-ups, WNBA tie-ins, and social impact partnerships. Smart strategies, but steep climbs against Clark's cultural momentum. Caitlin Clark didn't just sell sneakers, she shifted the paradigm. She exposed the gulf between scripted marketing and organic magnetism. She reminded boardrooms that fans, not committees, decide who becomes legendary. And she proved that sometimes, the best marketing plan is simply letting greatness speak for itself. Nike eventually joined the movement, but only after the world was already singing along. The question now, can they keep pace with the anthem they once muted, or will another brand seize the rhythm? One thing's certain, the next time Clark laces up, the world will refresh its browsers in unison. And for Aya Wilson, the mission is clear. Turn the noise into motivation, rewrite the playbook, and remind everyone why her name once topped those same strategy decks. Because in the end, shoe boxes don't care about opinions, hashtags, or press releases. They care about flight. And right now, Caitlin Clark is airborne, while everyone else is racing to catch a ride before she disappears into the stratosphere. If you're here for the rise, smash that subscribe, tap the bell, and drop a basketball emoji in the comments, so the algorithm knows who really runs the court. See you in the next one.